pizza pie. Oh, I'll get there. Hi, I'm Tracy Lockwood Beckerman, a registered dietitian in New York City. And it's my job to help you figure out what to eat and why. Let's talk gluten. Is it horrible for you? Is it okay for you? Yay! How do you know if you're gluten intolerant, gluten sensitive, or gluten friendly? All of these answers and more will be revealed on today's episode of You vs. Food. Gluten is a mixture of proteins stored in wheat responsible for that elastic, bouncy texture of that warm, doughy bagel or that slab of Italian sourdough. Think of gluten as the glue that holds together your favorite wheat-based treats. It seems these days that everyone is switching to gluten-free products to get healthy, boost mood, and to lose weight. But there is much fear-mongering around gluten going on. The gluten monster! Going gluten-free just for going gluten-free sake is as much of a trend as fanny packs or those tiny useless sunglasses that everyone seems to be wearing. Let's break this down. About 1% of the population has celiac disease, a genetic autoimmune disorder where you physically are unable to break down gluten. Folks with celiac disease will experience major debilitating gastrointestinal pain even if they have a morsel of gluten. If you're starting to make it tootin', maybe it's a gluten. If this sounds like you, it's time to talk to your doctor stat. As for gluten sensitivity, roughly 20 million people say that they experience some distress after ingesting gluten, and a third of them are trying to remove it from their diets completely. If you've been tested for celiac disease and it's come back negative, yet you're still experiencing uncomfortable symptoms such as bloating, gas, and major fatigue after having gluten, this is called non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Blame it on the grain, blame it on the So gluten sensitivity is a relatively new phenomenon, and there are less than a handful of studies on it, so there is much research to be done. But if this sounds like you, the most important thing to do is work with a doctor or registered dietitian, aka your personal food detective, to get a clinical diagnosis and to help you navigate these treacherous, gluten-y waters. I want to loaf you, but I'm bread inside. As for gluten intolerance, researchers are encouraging people to stop using this murky and non-specific term. Either you have celiac disease, gluten sensitivity, or you and gluten can live happily ever after. The end. Holy crap, eat the gluten! Believe it or not, gluten nutritionally supports us. It's rich in folate so your body can make new healthy cells, B vitamins to fight off infection and to maintain normal nerve function, and iron so you can carry around oxygen throughout your body. See, there's nothing crummy about you. So, if you're going gluten-free just 'cause, it's possible you're losing out on some valuable nutrients. The slice is right. The best forms of gluten are whole grains that are nutrient-dense, fiber-rich, and have a low glycemic index so your blood sugar doesn't go for a crazy roller coaster ride. Look at all those whole grains, gang. If bread is calling your name, whole grain or whole wheat flour should be the first ingredient on the label. I'll swear the whole grain and nothing but the grain. What you should think about limiting are those refined flour products that have been stripped of their nutrients. Think packaged, processed goods like cookies, brownies, and muffins. Though they may be delish, they bring little to the table nutritionally. There's nothing here. It works as a fan. Ooh. I'm personally a big fan of adding wheat berries or farro to soups instead of refined white pasta. These whole grains are nutrient dense, nutty, and super yummy. I feel like I'm a culinary genius doing this, so you should do the same. I got grain brain. Look inside your heart and your stomach. Are you really experiencing gastrointestinal distress after having a piece of toast or a bite of ravioli? If so, work with a professional to get to the bottom of it. If not, there's no reason to run screaming from gluten. Just make the most of it nutrient-wise. I believe in you. See you next time for another episode of You versus Food. Subscribe to Well and Good's YouTube channel. Like it, share it, click it, love it. Click right here. It's not that hard. I'm doing it. Love me, love me, love me. Do